You guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope all is well. You already know what to do, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're trying to reach over 1K followers plus more as we give you current events on all the buffoonery, right? So, America's running out of food, if you haven't heard, but they're playing with people's benefits, people that can't work. Because, I mean, working is one thing, but one job doesn't pay all the bills, let alone buy food. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with all the government shutdown bullshit. Let's go.
States are warning struggling Americans who rely on food stamps to pay for groceries that they may miss out on benefits come November. It comes after the USDA sent out letters saying that if the lapse in appropriations continues, there will be insufficient funds to pay full benefits next month.
Mind you, that's more than half of the states in the country. So, of course, the West Coast, all of the West Coast is affected, except for Nevada and Arizona, which is considered the West Coast as well. Okay, Texas has a large population of people on, receiving EBT, SNAP, and all that. But surprisingly, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia aren't affected. And Indiana and Ohio and Michigan, there's a lot of poverty in those areas. What's going on here?
That would leave roughly 1 in 8 people in the U.S. without food assistance, according to the Center for Budget and Policy Priorities. Ellen May, currently furloughed from her job at the USDA Food and Nutrition Service, is also a chapter president, representing her coworkers at the Northeast Regional Office. Ellen, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
The impact of the shutdown on SNAP benefits comes on the heels of President Trump's mega bill. It already cut the program by more than $180 billion over the next 10 years. Can this program cover the needs in our country? What happens to the 42 million Americans if not?
Yeah, and I just want to start off by saying that everything that I'll say today is my personal view. I'm definitely not speaking on behalf of my agency, speaking as a private citizen here. As you said, there's been lots of reports that SNAP benefits might not go out, and there's a lot of uncertainty about how things and people's food needs will be covered if the money goes out. There's really...
When the money goes, will the honey stay? No money, no honey.
There's really no certainty about if...
Now see, people used to sell their food stamps before they put everything on the debit card. So I like how they put the fork and the knife on the food coupon or the old food stamp. Because see, in the 90s, they were still doing food stamps all the way up to about, I'll say maybe 2006, 2007. That's when they generated to the card. I don't know the exact year, but yeah.
The food banks are going to be enough to cover all of the needs that people will have if their SNAP benefit, if their SNAP EBT cards don't swipe when they go to the grocery store. Ooh. Or if there will be other funds coming in, especially like me as a furloughed worker. We usually know more sitting on the other side, but we really don't know a lot right now since we're all in the furlough.
And the special supplemental nutrition program for women, infants, and children.
I mean, I like her attitude. She's pretty positive about it as a furloughed government employee. I would never work for the government simply because of this. When they run out of money, you don't get paid. Ay, ay, ay.
It's also known as WIC, is also on the verge of running out of money. It will impact some 7 million low-income mothers, expectant mothers, and children. Are there any resources or emergency measures in place?
So I've seen that the National WIC Association, first at the first half of the month, they announced that the White House had given them extra funding so that people could have WIC benefits in the month of October. And I saw that they released a memo within this past week asking for the White House to take action to do that again. But other than that, there's really no saying if the states will have money to help with.
And for those of you that are saying these people just need to get a job, shut the hell up. Don't you know everybody doesn't have the ability to work? I mean, luckily we have the internet. People could make, they could do side hustles and all that. But you have to understand, not everybody's gonna make enough money from the internet for survival. Everything's expensive. What about the light bill? What about buying gas, food, paying the rent, mortgage? Just because you don't qualify for these programs doesn't mean you don't need to be on it. It's like you have to be damn near rock bottom just to qualify to be in these programs. That's the sad part.
Benefits keep flowing, or if the people on the program, the pregnant women and their children under the age of 5, will have to turn again to the emergency food system that's already under a lot of strain. One of my members volunteers at a food.
Girl, I hope you married. If not, I'll take you in. No, but listen, it's like these furloughed employees, I don't know if some of them have mortgages, some of them have roommates, or some of them just live completely alone and pay everything by themselves or with a little bit of help from family. But it's like, I think this is pretty much a setup to open people's eyes to stop having kids carelessly, as the average person that's about to have a kid has little to no money to begin with. And most families that started out, they built together. At least in the, early days, 40s, 50s, most families started with nothing. They just, they just made it work. And things were cheaper back then, but people made less money. So now people are having multiple kids so then they could get more benefits from the government and county. But they're putting a stop to that, as they're saying, if you keep having these kids, we're not going to keep helping you. So hopefully this is an eye-opener for people that are just getting pregnant carelessly.
Food bank, and recently they said that the food bank opens at 8:30, goes until 11, and by 9:30 we're already starting to run out of some food. So not sure if it'll be enough.
You're in a unique position where you're not only on one side trying to help people get SNAP benefits, but you're also a furloughed federal worker not getting a paycheck yourself. What do you want people to know?
Yeah, it's been difficult for federal workers. We're in all sorts of different financial situations. A lot of my coworkers and members have children, or they have elderly family members that they're in charge of taking care of and helping along, or they have children who they're trying to put through college, mortgage payments, car payments, etc. I myself am in a better financial situation, but really, like, everybody just wants to go back to work no matter what kind of situation that we're in, because we want to go back to helping people, we want to go back to serving the American public, and we really want the government above all else to serve the people and not just the very rich and powerful. And we want to see our programs come back to life.
She has a cute smile. Like I said, she's pretty positive about this. She's laughing. Ain't a damn thing funny, because there ain't no money. So, yeah, I guess the last thing you can do is laugh.
Love to know the answers to these questions about SNAP and WIC and all of the other food banks and like food assistance programs that we help administer.
Yeah, pretty soon everybody's just going to start fighting over food and shit. That's what they want. They're doing this on purpose. All these shutdowns and shit is bullshit. And then all the money's moving towards digital currency anyway. So pretty soon there's not going to be any money to print physically anyway. So there should always be money. Always. This is Kai DeVale. I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye.